students. In this writing unit, we're going to be learning about how to write personal narratives. You're probably saying, Mrs. Edwards, what's a personal narrative? Well, a personal narrative is a story about something that happened to you. So it could be a memory, a feeling, a moment, something like that. So what happens is a lot of people have a hard time coming up with ideas of what they should write about. So below is a document, a file that you'll need to download. It's just a little heart that's going to help us brainstorm. I just decided to draw a picture of it in my notebook and separate it into the shapes. I just kind of copied what the picture looks like. So if you want to do that, that's totally fine. If you want to print the paper off and then save that, you can do that too. We're going to be coming back to these ideas throughout this unit. So try to write some ideas that you maybe could come up with a story about. That was a weird sentence, but it'll make sense in a little bit. So I have my heart here. My heart, inside my heart, I wrote down things that are near and dear to me, things that I care about, things that I could maybe stretch out and write a story about. So I have here, when I was younger, I danced at the halftime show for the Utah WNBA team, and that was like a really cool experience I had when I was little. Another thing that happened to me when I was about your guys' age is I found kittens in my backyard. Over here, I just wrote my dad because I think I could maybe come up with a story about my dad. Road trips to Moab. I wrote here being a teacher, obviously. My mom's cooking. I could come up with maybe a million stories about her cooking and baking. Learning how to play a song is something else that I think I could write a story about. My first cycling class, which was like so scary at first, but it was really fun, and I think I could write a story about that. And when my baby Molly was born, because that was an experience that was really exciting for me. So you're going to, what I want you to do next is click on the video below. It's a story called Mama Had a Dancing Heart. And you're going to watch that story and be thinking about, while you're watching, I want you to think about things that have happened to you that you could brainstorm about. Now, you're not going to be writing a story about all of these things, but you might start a story about something and decide, oh, I'm going to try something else. So this brainstorm map, we're going to come back to quite a bit. So try to write things that you really do care about and that you really could write a story about. So after watching Mama Had a Dancing Heart, you can open up your notebook or just use a blank piece of paper, but save it somewhere. You're going to be coming back to it. Or you can print off the document and write some ideas, some things that happened to you. Some ideas of maybe things that have happened to you could be when your baby brother or baby sister was born, maybe when you met for the first time, or maybe when you lost your first tooth, or the first day of school, or maybe the time you met someone really cool or someone famous. So lots of different ideas. And if you come up with some that you would like to share with the rest of the class, feel free to let me know. Take a picture, send it to me, and I will post it to my Instagram. Okay, thanks guys. Check back in a couple days.